What's up, everyone? This is the Raw Truth coming back with part 3. And this one is taken from a site called Huffington Post.ca. I guess it's California. Huffington Post, California. Huffington Post is in a lot of places I see. And this article is called Dangerous Skinny Jeans Now a Health Hazard, Doctors Warn. Like how they said it's now a health hazard, but in part 1, I was telling you how it went back to the 70s. So it's not now a health hazard. It's been a health hazard. It's just now being reported. Like I said, there's a spirit side to it. And this article was posted. Dang, who is the one who wrote this article? Well, we're going to say Paris APP. Squatting in super tight skinny jeans may cause a health risk. Australian doctor warned Tuesday, reporting the case of a woman who temporarily lost feeling in her legs from an hours-long squeeze. See, I want to stop right there because I really need you to pay attention to that. Remember when I kept calling and saying there's a fucking hidden message of what they were saying? Oh, you can wear it, but don't wear it so long. You know, this woman wore something for hours and this happened. So it can strike literally any minute. And it says for hours long squeeze, the 35-year-old collapsed and had to be hospitalized the day after after helping a relative move home. Spending hours on her haunches to unpack cupboards. The unusual case was reported in a British specialist publication, the Journal of Neurology, Neurosurgery and Psychiatry. There we go. She has been wearing tight, skinny jeans and recalled that these have felt increasingly tight and uncomfortable as the day wore on, the journal said. And the reason why I got like that, I speak as a fool, but when you're wearing something that compresses yourself, it can induce swelling too. Sometimes, when you wear something tight, it can induce swelling. And so she probably swelled up a couple, and boom, came out, and it couldn't go down. I'm just speaking like that because sometimes I'm just speaking that may happen to her. And it says she had been wearing tight skinny jeans and recalled that these have felt increasingly tight and uncomfortable as the day wore on, the journal said. Later that evening, she experienced numbness in her feet. Listen, numbness in her feet, and found it difficult to walk, which caused her to trip and fall. Because you need feeling to walk. When you're walking, you need feeling. And when you're walking, your blood is flowing. You go for a walk. That's why when people say the great exercise when you go for a walk. I work at the car wash. I went from a size 42 all the way down to a size 32 because I'm constantly moving. I'm washing them cars. And I'm getting pretty buff. Carrying them big 5-gallon buckets and stuff and lifting them and shit like that. Motherfucker, shoot, the Raw Truth got a brand new body. And I wore regular clothes. No skinny tight shit here. No fruit booty here. No fruity pebbles. So my name ain't Fred Flintstones or no Barney. Then it says, unable to get up, she spent several hours lying on the ground before she was found. Damn. So she tripped and fell. I'm falling and I can't get up. And now she was on the ground for 4 fucking hours. She was on the ground for 4 fucking hours before somebody can help her. Now anything could have happened to her. Somebody could have came, raped her, robbed her, did all kind of shit. Shoot, Bill Cosby, might have broke out of prison and dropped a couple Quaaludes in her or some Benadryl and had his way. Mike Tyson walked by her and said, "Oh, that's freaking ludicrous." But it says the woman's legs were so swollen. There it go right there. Remember I said swollen. So she had to be swollen. That's why she got tighter in her pants. Her legs were so swollen that the jeans could only be removed by cutting them off, said the statement. She couldn't move her ankles or toes properly, and she had lost feelings in her lower legs and feet. She was put on a drip and was able to walk normally again 4 days later. 4 days later. Black and Hispanic woman, I'm telling you, sweet tea appetizer, wearing tight clothes has got that woman in major trouble. Just imagine if it cuts off the nerves so much that the nerves just die. Because if the blood ain't got nowhere to go, then what's going to happen? You can lose your life. This woman went through fucking hell. And she was able to walk normally after what? 4 days. So she spent hours in miserably on the floor. Couldn't walk or anything like that. And 4 days it takes her to even walk normally. Black and Hispanic woman. Can you see why the Raw Truth make videos? Sweet tea appetizer. Can you see why the Raw Truth told you to cover up your ass? You're beautiful, but that deserved to be for your husband, no other man. Well, I can't say no other man because only niggas love shit like that. While real men like me is my brother keeper, don't want his wife or his woman looking the way that you, looking like what you were dressed in. And it says, doctors at the Royal Adelphia Hospital, South Australia, said the genes combined with the squatting had reduced blood supplies to the leg muscle. At the same time, nerve fibers connected to the lower legs had been damaged by prolonged compression, which explained the numbness and loss of control. The present case represents a new neurological complication of wearing tight jeans, they wrote. It's not something. And this is in Huffington, wearing tight jeans and stuff like that. That's what we're telling you. Now that I went over this story to let you know what a 35-year-old woman and think she's young. She's just still young. 35 is young. And she went through that. And it goes from wearing all them clothes and stuff like that. So you women may think it's so cute. And if I was a no good nigga, I don't think it's so cute. But think about it. It's harming you in the inside. But the spirit side of this is, remember, the Raw Truth is into conspiracy and shit like that. I believe that this is all part of the population population control, where they want to depopulate the world. And one way to depopulate the world is to promote things that are harmful to us. That way we could accept it. Let's think about it. If the testicles in men dies because they are wearing tight pants, and how can they fuck and have children? If the woman is too busy having vaginal infection and having something wrong with their pussy, they're gonna have to go through a hysterectomy, which means they can't have children. Can't you see? So that's why I was catching little phrases and articles and like, wait a minute, to give the spandex a break? No, what they wanted to do by giving the spandex a break is not really to help you, but over a period of time, kill your vagina off even a little bit slower, even though it's going to do its part. So you have to understand, when I'm looking at this and coming from a area of doing research, when that man, and that man, I'm have to say, has to be my boss. And I had to check, the Raw Truth had to check his boss, who's supposed to be a Muslim. I asked him if he respects black women so much, why do he allow women or women that he associate with, why do he allow them to wear skin tight pants? And this motherfucker, see, that's how I know we are not only at war, with white supremacy, we are at war with our own people, because anything that goes against the standards that I go by, you are my enemy. And he let me know that by telling me I don't see nothing wrong. But look at what the articles and article after article after article that I read. All them articles that I read, what doctors have said, and the life-threatening story of a woman who lost the way she walked. And you mean to tell me that, you know, nothing is wrong with that? Of course, there's a whole lot of things that's wrong with that. So I want everybody to understand and wake up, YouTube, that, you know, the things that we wear are damaging us, and it's all controlled by the powers and elite. You know, and it's very, very sad too, because we think it's fashion. We think it's something that is good for us. We think it's something that should be making us feel better. But meanwhile, our nerves are being damaged. Our bodies are being put through the ringer, and a whole lot of things is happening. Just think of all the urinary problems that brought us to a hospital. Think of all the pain and stuff that's going on with our bodies. And it's coming from wearing what? It's coming from wearing tight stuff. So what we need to do is we need to go back to what we need to be dressed as. The men should be wearing things that the men should be wearing. Wear your shirt. Don't wear tight pants, men. That's not what we're designed to be, because even our testicles and our penises, you know, our dicks, they need the room to move. Women, take off the tight pants, take off the spandex, put on a dress. Be dressed in modest apparel, because as the looks of it, as much as we wind up in the hospital for every damn thing, this is nothing but a curse from God, letting us know that we can't do and be like anybody else. We have to be like the way he wants us to be. And notice all my people that's in all these religions, we're still being affected the same way. So brothers, real men, I know you out there, you are a subscriber to me. When you see sisters wearing skin tight stuff, give her, show her, direct her to my video. Sisters, when you see your own sisters wearing skin tight stuff, it's your job as black women to correct her. We don't have hardly any of that in the community, because majority of our black women have failed because they're one to act young themselves. Instead of being leaders, they've been followers themselves. We only need a few good men. I also say we need a few good sisters. Now, with all the things that I've read, anybody have any, you need help? You see a sister, you see a brother with metrosexual pants on, you see a sister walking with tight stuff on, direct her to my video. This, I want you to watch this. Let them do the research too, so they can see, oh, that's why I can't do this. Because all of this is designed by the power to be, what? To stop our population, because I know it's hitting us even more. Everything disgusting hits the black and Hispanic people more than anybody else. That should tell us something in our mind, how special that we are, that we can't be like everybody else. In conclusion, like I said, this video series that I did, you know, there won't be a part 4 because I put 2 in one video. I put the testimony and I put the spirit side in it. But in conclusion, in this series, it's all about making my people better. No, fuck what the rap industry says. They're promoting all of that garbage. You know, the hell with the exercising people say, the clothing that they're recommending and stuff, because they get kickbacks. Nobody's not going to bite the hand that feeds them. But listen, if we just go back to dressing as we should be dressing and how we should be dressing, we won't have the problems that has been plaguing us like crazy. So this goes out to the real men and the real women who are my subscribers. Men, I charge you today, if you see men and women walk around with skin tight stuff and spandex, direct them to my video, correct them. Black women, my sisters, real women, I charge you today, when you see women dressed the way that they are, with tight stuff, you go after them. Because us, by not saying anything, means that we agree with it. And what we agree with, don't cry and say, okay, now it's time we got to do something because it affects somebody you love, when I thought we supposed to love each other anyway, even if they are enemies. Want to hear what everybody else had to say, you know. Leave the comments. I see the series, some series are taking off on my channel. You know, the videos that I'm doing, which is always highly controversial, but it must be said, you know. I appreciate it. Let me know how you feel, dialogue, or send your hate mail. Thumbs up the video, thumbs down it. You know, long as you say something, you know, I just want to know. Till then, I'm the raw truth, and I'm out. Peace.